The Big Bounce has an incredible cast, and the narrative sounded interesting, but unfortunately I didn't think the execution was very good. This was released in 2004. It's directed by George Armitage, written by Sebastian Gutierrez, I apologise if I've mispronounced that, and it's based on The Big Bounce by Elmore Leonard. And we have a cast including Owen Wilson, Morgan Freeman, Charlie Sheen, Vinnie Jones, Bebe Neuwirth, Willie Nelson, Harry Dean Stanton. Obviously we have an incredible cast here. And we do have some really good performances. And the characters are okay. I don't dislike the characters. I wouldn't necessarily say they were the most interesting, but they weren't bad. They were okay. And the narrative sounded really great. It's about a con artist, our protagonist, Jack, who teams up with Nancy to steal money from Ritchie. And Ritchie is having an affair with Nancy. And Ritchie's wife is Alison, played by Bebe Neuwirth. Bebe Neuwirth's in it a reasonable amount, I guess, but not as much as I would have liked. But obviously that doesn't affect my potential enjoyment of the film. But I just found that the narrative was all over the place and it just wasn't engaging. It wasn't interesting. I feel like it's more driven by the characters and their personalities. And yes, occasionally the characters were interesting, but not enough to save the film. There's not really anything wrong with it. The narrative works well, by which I mean it flows from one point to the next. It's believable within the context of the story, but it's just not interesting. And it is a little all over the place. It doesn't jump around too much, but it wasn't as neat and tidy as I would have liked it to have been. The performances, as I said, are fine. The characters are well enough written. The technical aspects, camera angles, lighting, everything else. We have some gorgeous locations. We have beautiful properties, gorgeous outdoor scenes. According to IMDb, it is filmed in Hawaii, which is where it's set. And yeah, we have some gorgeous locations. So that definitely works in the film's favour. That's one of the strongest positives. I'd say everything else is pretty mediocre. I mean, the performances are fine. The characters are okay. The narrative works. It's just not that interesting. Do I recommend it? Sure, if you're interested in it. If you're interested in any of the cast, I'd say check it out. There might be bits of it that appeal to you. I didn't love it, but it wasn't tedious. It wasn't horrendous. Not the best experience, but I guess ultimately The Big Bounce was fine as a one-time watch. I wouldn't watch it again, but if it appeals to you for any reason, then I say it might be worth checking out.